Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today I'm bringing you another Eternal video, and this time it's gonna be Poppy Ziggs. This deck has come back from the grave to become the best deck in Legacy Runeterra right now for Eternal format. You don't believe me? Just check out the stats. Over the past 3 days, Poppy Ziggs, with over 6,000 games, has a 62.9% win rate. Nasa's stretch is actually pretty good up there as well, but Poppy Ziggs is crazy. Like, if it was like 300 games or whatever, it's a small sample size, but that's over 6,000 games that a deck has over 60% win rate. It's by far the best deck in Eternal format, so I cannot ignore it. So today we're gonna showcase it, because I know a lot of other content creators don't showcase these really competitive, aggressive decks. They tend to do more fun decks. But you know me, I'm more competitive oriented. So today we focus on Ziggs Poppy, which is just a Noxus aggro deck. The champions are there just because of the values that the champions do. You're never going to really level up these champions. They're just really good, pretty much followers. So let's jump ahead to the games and see how aggressive and how crazy this deck can get by turn 5, 4, and even 6, and kind of go how it goes. Kind of see how it goes. Hope you enjoy the games coming up soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day, and tomorrow we'll do some standard gameplay. So stick around for that if you're looking for some more standard gameplay. So enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Vayne Aatrox. So Vayne Aatrox Quinn. What tools from Eternal are you playing in this deck to pull this deck out? I don't know that there's any tools from Eternal that I really care about. I might keep the mayor. It allows me to cheat out Poppy or stuff like that, and it gives me extra value. I feel like one thing I found with this deck is that sometimes you run out of value really easily. So having the mayor kind of gives me some value. It lets me cheat out 6 as well. That's not bad. The opponent does have like some challengers and stuff that I need to worry about. We don't have a 2-drop, which also kind of sucks. So we don't have a turn 2 play. Okay, well this is okay. It's not amazing. Might actually just go ahead and develop the 6 over the mayor next turn, just because the 6 is so big. Okay. Just because this 6 is so big, it might actually be better to develop this 6. Because it's gonna be a great trade that the opponent has to make to not take 5 damage. They might keep the Valor because they could have the quick attack weapon eventually, right? Yeah, let's develop the 6. Let's develop the 6. We can play the mayor plus a 2-drop that we get from the mayor next turn if necessary. The Valor is just annoying because the Valor has access to it's gonna get challenged anyways. It is gonna get challenged anyways, but I don't want to give it to them for free either. Yeah, the opponent has access to the quick attack weapon, right? So that I should have attacked, because if I knew that I know they had the quick attack weapon. We literally keep talking about it. So the opponent's always gonna block like this because they want to put the quick attack weapon on the Valor. Yeah, the Darking Harp, right? So they always want to do damage to the 6. So I lost 2 damage for no reason because they never block in this unit. Fortunately for us, we just good gamers, right? So we just go like this, keep the 6 alive, take the Darking Harp out of the way. Alright, yeah. Fortunately for us, we are good gamers. The Portal Sled is kind of funny. So is the Scholarly Climber. But I think the Portal Sled is actually probably better later on. So this is going to cost 2 after we play the second mayor. So we could actually play second mayor and then play Poppy. And I think that's fine. Let's go Castaway. I kind of like having the attune. Other option here now is that instead of Poppy, we could play Castaway and Pigeon. Castaway and Pigeon doesn't seem bad either. Just go wide. Let's just go wide. I think Poppy can wait.
You can fix anything with anything. I'll prove it.
Let the opponent get the trading to the mayors if they want to. I like going wide better, I think. Because the opponent has a harder time dealing with us going wide than they do with us Okay. They have fish fight, right? Or fish or what? Fish fight, no fish or what? Fish fight. So, yep, there you go. Fish fight. They unequip it. Cool. Let's attack like this. Let them take the pigeon if they want. They can put the quick attack again. They're gonna take the mayor instead and take that extra damage from the pigeon? No way! That puts you closer to death, my friend. No way. Have to wait to see what the opponent chooses to kill with the Darking Heart. Like, they have to pull something, right? Because you get a good trade here. So I kind of want to play this Porous Lead into the Demolitionist. I guess we can go like this. I guess we can go Demolitionist first. Knowing that if the opponent pulls... Yeah, we can go like this. Because if the opponent pulls the Mayor, we can still play Poppy for 4 mana.
Make the Empire proud.
If they don't pull the Mayor, we could go Bear and Poppy instead. Again, trying to go wide. The Porous Lead also lets us go wide, but I have to wait. I'm confused. So now I just pass. I don't think I need to do anything anymore. I think I just pass. And we play Poppy after. Forcing to have the second fish whack or fish fight or Cataclysm. Okay. Next one we can still go Porous Lead. I guess it's a, okay. So I kind of want to play around the Aatrox, right? I have the Decimate. I just need to push 2 damage. So I kind of want to play around the Aatrox. So by doing like this, we can just attack. The Aatrox hitting me is a problem. So we can just attack with both. As long as this hits, plus the Decimate is enough. I guess opponent can have a single combat here. Okay, so as long as, like, I win the game now, because Decimate plus Pokey Stick is enough. I should have probably played the Porous Lead last turn, by the way, but that's okay. But now we just Decimate. Like, instead of playing the Poppy, we're probably ready to play the Porous Lead. If we played around the Cataclysm, we're probably going to be able to kill the Porous Lead anyways. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Rumble and Vayne. Okay, I'm actually scared of this deck. I don't know. I don't know that I am. I think I'm just going to go bunch of 1-drops. I'm actually going to throw the Poppy away. I just want to go more aggressive. I just want to go more aggressive into them. And I don't want to get stuck with double Poppy in my hand. So sometimes throwing Poppy away is okay. Because double Poppy in your hand can be a little bit awkward. Because again, this deck is playing Poppy, but it's not really a Poppy deck or a 6 deck, right? It's more like an aggressive deck. So your champions are just like extra units that you're using to do big shenanigans. We can play the House Spider over the Crimson Pigeon. I think I'm fine with this. Just so that we have more units and more blockers. Here we have 2 options. We can go 6 or we can go Bell Ringer and Crimson Pigeon. I might actually choose to go that way. I'm gonna choose to go wider, yeah, because opponent was gonna play their Bane here. Opponent was gonna play their Bane here. They're not gonna have a good blocker for. Yeah, this guy's gonna die anyways, because the opponent can always block them with the Squire. We could have also gone Pirouette. Maybe that would have been more damage. If I started with the Crimson Pigeon first or with the Bell Ringer, it would have been Pirouette, right? Because we would have killed this guy and stunned the Bane. So that might have been my fault, but I mean, Bane is still at 1 HP. We can just do a net stun, right? The Cataclysm is a problem. We get the Poppy to get the Shine. Yeah, so the Cataclysm net stun is a problem. Opponent discarded the Overwhelm equipment, which means that they don't have 1, 2, 3. Sure. We have the Poppy in the field. My question here is, do we open attack? Do we open attack? Because the Cataclysm kills the Poppy. Or I guess even the Tumble could be a problem. We could go 6. If the opponent has another unit, we still have the stun. If we buff up the Poppy, we're only doing like multiple damage. Like we're doing. Opponent cannot block this with the Rumble. So So the Cataclysm is a problem. We can buff everything up. If they don't block this with the Rumble, they're almost dying. The Bane's still a blocker that the opponent can have. I think I like developing. Let them have the Cataclysm, because I can get rid of a blocker, and it's going to be almost the same amount of damage. So let them have the Cataclysm into the Poppy. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to develop the Saboteur, and then we're going to stun that Bane. And the reason I'm going to stun the Bane is because the thing has Spell Shield anyways. So the thing has Spell Shield anyways, so I think I'd rather just do 1 damage to the Nexus and stun the Bane, unless the opponent has another unit. This is not killing me, right? It is giving them another blocker though, which is a problem. So this is giving them another blocker. So maybe we have to just, like, we have to go like this. We have to go like this and hope that the opponent didn't get something cheaper here. We're losing next turn anyways. Oops. But I think this is lethal now because the opponent ended up not getting the cheap blocker. Unless they have a single combat. Unless they have a single combat, this is attack lethal. We knew that the opponent had Cataclysm, right? And I took that chance. I had the stun and the pirouette, but if I had to do the pirouette, I had to just open attack, I think. But I don't think the open attack was lethal was my problem, right? Because we didn't have any burn to follow up with. If we had a Decimate or a Fervor, the open attack would have been better. But because we didn't, I think it probably was correct to develop and get that additional extra damage in there. I guess the opponent is not losing their Rumble, right? Like if the opponent blocks one of my 5 attack units, whether it's the Poppy or the Crimson Pigeon, they will lose their Rumble. And if they don't block it, but again, it's because we didn't have any burn. That's what made the open attack feel so worse. So that was close. I mean, it ended up working out for us there, but if the opponent had gotten any cheaper unit when they attacked with the Rumble the second time around, they would have just won that game. So GG's. In this matchup, we're gonna against Sett and Trundle. So there's gonna be the big shoot, what's it called? With the Sett that. Anyways, I'm horrible with names these days. I don't know why. What I do like here though is that we do have a lot of aggression. We just have to play around Rabin, right? So Rabin is a real thing that we have to worry about. Because we don't have anything that can actually do like that we can do a damage to with the Crimson Pigeon, I might actually choose to play Saboteur plus another 1-drop. Like, I could play the Pigeon here, but then we're losing to like an Avalanche next turn, and that kind of feels bad, but I guess I gotta go for it. It's probably my best play anyways. Right? We'll go like this. I'll let them have the Avalanche if they want to. I think I'm okay taking this Avalanche here. It means that they're not ramping up, right? So it's giving us some time, and we can refill with House Spider, do 3 more damage. This is going to be another damage. This is going to be 4. This is going to be 5. Yeah, so you have 2 Avalanche right now, right? Yep, there you go. Reset. We'll refill our board. This is 1, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to attempt the second Avalanche. See what the opponent does. Okay, they actually go ahead and do play it. I'm going to go ahead and do the Pokey Stick now. I'm not going to play the Demolitionist anymore. This is still doing the same damage, right? But I'm going to see if I get another 1-drop. We don't get the other 1-drop, so I guess I just pushed it 3. So that's double Avalanche out of the way. When it still takes 3 damage, they still go down to 8. Rabbit is a problem. But opponent really hasn't been able to do anything, right? Haven't been able to ramp. They could have a Sett right here, I guess. Or Trundle. Well, Trundle doesn't really matter that much. It's a little bit awkward again that we don't have any burn here. That's kind of frustrating. Maybe I should have gone for the Decimate instead. Like, not that I don't have any burn, but it's frustrating that I don't have anything, I guess, that I could play right here. We could go Stone Stackers. So what am I getting punished here by? Opponent really committed double Avalanche. We can pirouette. I'm gonna pirouette first. Because if opponent has like harsh winds, they're gonna harsh winds these two guys, right? So I'm gonna just pirouette first. What I don't opponent only has 8 mana, so they don't have enough for like very nice. But they do have enough for a quake, right? The problem with the quake is that it's only. Yeah, so I guess I gotta just attack, right? We do 2. Yeah, I gotta just attack, even if the opponent has a harsh winds here, because I don't wanna deal with the ice quake, right? So we do 2 damage. We do 2 damage. Opponent goes down to 5. We do the demolitionist now.
If they don't break,
and then we have decimate to finish up next turn. Like if I play this and the opponent, I guess if the opponent had an ice quake, I'm still dealing 4. I would have dealt more damage because the opponent would have had the harsh winds on this 2 guys, or they would have had enough mana for a harsh winds. So if we were playing around the quake, no, because the quake does -3 to all units, so it would have actually completely negated this damage as well. Okay, let's go ahead and do the decimate now. Ooh, okay, that's a cute deny. I forgot that the opponent is in Ionia. Alright. Alright, a second harsh winds could be a problem. A second harsh winds could be a problem. Have to play around Intastairs, very nice, etc. I think I gotta go just here. I need to just push one of these units to go through plus an impact, and that will set it up for us to kill. Opponent has to do something here, so they need to have a harsh winds or something like that. I have to have another freeze, and they don't have it, right? If I don't open attack, I get punished by the ice quake or very nice or anything like that. So we just have to go for it, and it works out. So because we just ended up putting so much pressure, it's hard for those decks to kind of keep up because they have a lot of expensive stuff that they want to do later in the game. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Azir Irelia, and they're going to have a bad time versus us. Usually aggro kind of destroys Azir Irelia. Oh man, okay, this hand is so weird. We don't have any 1-drops. I think I need to go for 1-drops. Even if I have Poppy and Mayor, I need to go for 1-drops. Yeah, I would have loved to keep the Poppy. Maybe keeping the Mayor was correct, but not the Poppy. But I'm attacking in turn 1. I need some 1-drops. I need some 1-drops no matter what. I'm gonna go with the bird first. These two are both dealing the same damage, bird or the Crimson Pigeon. Okay, I guess we're not dealing any damage because opponent gets a Sand Soldier. That's fair. If we had tagged with the Pigeon, it would have been better. I know, I probably wouldn't have tagged with the Pigeon anyways because we're dealing 0 damage. All we're doing is putting damage on our Pigeon for no reason. Okay, well, we hit the second bird. Bird, the bird is the word. We're gonna bird. Okay, opponent needs to attack with the Doomkeeper to trigger the Sand Soldier, and if they attack with the Doomkeeper, they just give themselves no blockers. I don't know about that one, man. I get a favorable trade here, and now I'm just attacking you for 8 next turn. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do Rearguard. This is gonna be 8 damage. We have to make the decision here. Opponent obviously probably has a Seer. Okay, so the decision became easy now. Because we drew a 2-drop, we're gonna just develop. So obviously the opponent has a Seer. Okay, it's not in the Seer. That's cool then. We can go like this. I'm still gonna attack with everything.
the few for the many.
Let them take this trade.
All in the shoulders.
Okay, well. Alright, opponent. You get some good blocks here, but I mean, you're still gonna lose a lot of units. So they're still gonna trade with this one no matter what. Let's not give them this trade then, because they always wanna. I mean, it doesn't matter which way we do it, right? They're always gonna trade, so let's just go like this. They're always gonna trade regardless. They're always gonna trade the Rematch off. If they don't, they just take 9 damage for no reason. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna block, just block. Yeah. The open attack would have been more damage. I was playing more around a Seer than it was about another Sand Soldier, right? Because I think if the opponent only had a Seer, we just win the game on the spot. But they ended up getting the blockers, so good for them. We still have a pretty nasty attack next turn because of the Crimson Pigeon.
No weakness.
Okay. Okay, tenor is pretty good. Oh wow, I even get to block all these hand shoulders. Okay.
Your path ends here.
Yeah, we can just block everything. Let's not take the damage. Opponent tap out a Shapestone or anything like that, so I think I'm fine to do that.
I have my orders.
We'll play the Savager and then next time play the Tenor. The Tenor is going to be activated. So the Tenor is activated because we have because he's created himself. So himself it triggers. Our opponent has 5 mana. Another Sand Soldier. What's it called? I mean, that's so bad with name. Doomkeeper. Another Doomkeeper is a problem. But I don't see how the opponent is dealing with this board.
Our enemies approach. My hands
Does she level up? She doesn't level up, so we can even block. Okay, so this is gonna get blocked regardless, no matter what, right? So I guess we just go like this. We could have sacrificed this girl, knowing that we're gonna push more damage anyway. So we go like this. Opponent has to block with the Irelia. I guess they don't because they have a Tenor, but we have a Fervor next turn, and that's game.
Mind your form.
Yeah, the impacts are pretty good. That's the weirdest win with the Fervor. Opponent has no value, and this is the problem, right? That like Azir Irelia doesn't want to block, but when they play against aggro, they're kind of forced to block. There's no reason to play the rear guard just yet, because you know we in case that we got like a decimate or something, but I mean it doesn't matter. Like opponent's just dead here. Yeah, and I think they know it as well. So, GG's. In this match, we're gonna against Samira and Elise. So this has to be an aggressive deck, I guess. I don't hate the Mayor, to be honest. I like the rear guard because the Mayor could allow me to cheat out some units while having mana to do other stuff. We have 2 1-drops. Opponent kept 3 cards in their hand. I don't like to see my burn this early. I want to see another 1-drop so I can go triple 1-drop on turn 2. Okay, yeah. So they have an aggro deck. We have an aggro deck. It's gonna be an aggro battle.
Okay, ready.
So we can go here. Cool. Obviously, we cannot block. The good thing is that if the opponent plays Elise or oh, perfect. So here's a 1-drop. I guess Elise gets punished by the bearer. That's why I wanted to play the rear guard first. Yeah, we play the rear guard first. That way the opponent's like, okay. If I play Elise, it's not gonna do anything. Let's attack with everything. Opponent can block here. They decide not to. If they let us play the Mayor, it gives us a good blocker. It's just gonna be a race, right? It's just gonna be a race here. If we play the Mayor, it gives us a good blocker into the Saboteurs. Or do we just play the 6 to get a good blocker into Elise? Maybe it had to be that way then. Yeah, maybe it had to, because I mean I don't mind having the good blocker here. Yeah, because opponent's gonna have a lot of blockers because of their spiders.
Yes.
Compared to us not being able to do anything. So I guess we can go. We can go like this. Get rid of their blockers. Trade our unit. We can go 6 and Saboteur. And have potentially 1 mana left over for another 1-drop if we draw it. Perfect. So we go 6. We go Saboteur. We go Chemist. And we attack with everything. Again, it's a race here. Of whoever can do the most damage. Opponent get that free blocker, which gives them some value. But we didn't trade with the rear guy, so they get 1 less blocker. They also get the House Spider. But they're going to have to trade. They're going to have to trade everything here. They get value from killing the Mayor with the Elise. But if we can do, like, they have to trade everything. It sucks that we lose the Chemist value. That we don't get the Scrappy Bomb. Should we go for the Scrappy Bomb? Is that 1 damage gonna matter? We're dealing 1 here. Because this is just gonna trade with one of the 1-drops anyways.
I'll do better this time.
So maybe it's not important. This is gonna trade with one of the Spiderlings anyways. Opponent, you have to sacrifice another Spiderling. You know that. I don't know what they're trading here when they can block that with Elise. If they go to 1, then they're losing to the Scrappy Bomb or the Fervor. They're really trying to level up this Elise. I see what they're doing. They're trying to level up Elise. The great thing is that if they don't block the 6, they won't be able to beat the 6 with the fervor, even if they have their own fervor, right? So the opponent took the risk. They're gonna level up Elise. That tells me they have another spider, yeah. And they're gonna try to commit lethal. It's a good game plan, right? It's a good game plan for the opponent. Unfortunately, the fervor onto the 6 means that the opponent cannot counter with their own fervor. And they don't have enough mana for 2 fervors. So, now what? They could have kept an extra spider last turn. You don't even need to pull them, my friend. You have. Oh, I guess you want to pull it because this does more damage. Yeah, so we just go like this. Just fervor to the 6. We fervor into the 6 because 6 has 4 HP. And again, it plays around the opponent having their own fervor. And that's good. It was a race, and we ended up just slightly winning. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Rumble Vayne. So, we have to be like really careful, right? Opponent can do a lot of damage to us really quickly. I don't want to see my burn, I want to see my units. Crimson Pigeon is cute, but it sucks that we don't have like another unit to go with it. Okay, perfect. The rear guard helps us out, right? So we can go Saboteur, Pigeon, rear guard and be okay. And that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. You're gonna have the Squire. You're gonna always have the Squire. If they have another blocker here, it's a little bit annoying. Like if they have the 2-drop, you can kill my Pigeon. So maybe we start with the Saboteur first. If they have the one that has 3 power is what I mean, right? So if they have the one that has 3 power, it will kill my Pigeon. If they don't have that, then I just go, okay, well, I'm just gonna develop, man. All right. You can trade with one of these two, or you can choose to have a form up and trade here and keep your. No, it doesn't keep your unit alive because it only goes up to 3, but you're still taking 6. We can develop Poppy on turn 4, slow down your Rumble develop. Even if you have a Cataclysm, your Bane is gonna die, assuming that the opponent has Bane here.
Those who kill innocent
Okay.
no more than fiends. Swift death.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna play around it. I'm gonna play around the format. Now, if the opponent has a Cataclysm, because their Bane has no quick attack, she will still get hit by the Poppy. So, and it means that the opponent is not playing Rumble this turn, right? So if the opponent plays Cataclysm here to kill Poppy to stop us from buffing everything up. Wow, okay, so we can go like this. And we're chilling. Okay. I'm guessing it has to be a form up, right? Again, they have to have a form up is what I'm thinking. That's why they attacked with Bane last turn. So the form up does kill the Poppy. But nothing else does. I guess you could do single combat to kill one of these two while sacrificing this and preventing the 5 damage. But you're still going down to like, yeah. Okay, so this is a form up. Otherwise, why attack with Bane last turn? I guess Ranger's Resolve could also be a thing. Yeah, I guess they could be playing Ranger's Resolve, maybe. Whirling Death, okay. So they still lose the Bane, and they still take 4 damage. They did prevent a lot of damage this turn, though. So props to them. The problem is that now the Rumble is really, like, you play Rumble, but you only have 2 mana. You can't really do much with 2 mana and the Rumble. We can literally go Saboteur and Decimate this turn. Yeah, so you get to play your Rumble, but I just ignore it, right? I literally have enough to play my unit and the Decimate, and whenever I can play Decimate like this, it's awesome. So you get the Rumble. We play Saboteur, we play Decimate, and this is a perfect example of just how much aggression this deck can do, right? So we just go Decimate here, we have the mana for it, why not? We do another damage with the Scrappy one that takes into 4. We open attack, and the opponent just loses the game. And there we go. Opponent knows exactly what's coming, so they don't even let us actually pull the attack through. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Bane and Aatrox. The Aatrox heal is kind of annoying, but we do have a lot of aggression. We can go really wide on them before they can actually do anything to us. I don't know that I like the Demolitionist. I like everything else, but I don't like the demolitionist here. I think I want to get like another one drop. The Poppy's cute. The 6 is great. We can go rear guard. I like the fervor because the fervor can stop them from having like a Valor with the Darkened Heart. So the fervor can actually end up being really critical. We don't get another one drop, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. Okay. Let's go Pigeon. Do we still go 6 or do we just open attack? Do we still go 6? I guess I don't hate it. Yeah, I guess I don't hate it, right? I think we just go 6. Opponent should have a way to deal with a 4 health unit.
Demons walk among
The only punish here was that, like, the Bane doesn't really do much, right? We just go like this. They can trade, but the Bane still doesn't block, and we get to push 7 damage. And the opponent somehow is already at 10 HP by turn 3. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one, opponent. I think you might have taken too much damage early on. We can go full bore and have Poppy. The idea though is that we want to play Poppy when the opponent doesn't have the fish fight. So if the opponent just puts the equipment and then has fish fight, they could actually kill the Poppy. So maybe it's actually correct for us to keep the fervor mana so that we can beat the fish fight. We could have also gone 6 bomb. I forgot about that. I got rid of both units. Right? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, if we did the fish bomb, I would have gotten rid of both units, right? You wait. Why attack there? I don't understand. I guess we don't need to block with the stone stackers, to be honest. Yeah, I guess we don't need to block with it. So now the opponent only has 1 blocker, which is Vayne. If we play Poppy, we lose to a fish fight. If we just attack, opponent's just taking all this damage anyways, and then we have the burn after. Like, how do they beat the open attack here? Because they gave me a blocker last turn. You go down to 2, and then we have Fervor and Bouncing Bomb, etc. We can start with Demolitionist. Like, the Poppy is tempting, but again, because of the fish fight, it's too risky. Yeah, and then we just got Demolitionist, and that's the game.
They'll burn.
They even got to heal 2 last turn, otherwise that open attack would have been lethal. I think if they didn't play that, if they didn't attack with a Fleet Feather, they would have been better off, but for some reason they went that way, so GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games. You see exactly what I mean. This deck is crazy. The amount of pressure that you can put early on by just dropping down every freaking unit that you have, and literally every unit is almost getting you some value in return, right? The bird can be really good at buffing your stuff. The Crimson Pigeon can become a really big threat. The Chemist can do damage, which might trigger your pirouette in just the right turn. Rearguard, Saboteur, like, we're playing so many 1-drops, and then we just follow up with a bunch of 2-drops that are also good value. The Demolitionist is really nice in this deck. Not only is it burn, but again, it can kind of set up a pirouette to allow us to stun and get rid of the opponent unit if they have a 1 health unit. The Mayor is really nice because you have 2 nice Bandle City, 2 nice multi-region allies here between Six and Poppy that you can discount. And the Mayor is also really good in this deck because this deck suffers from running out of value really quick. Unlike Pirates, we don't have draw aside from Poké Stick, so Mayor kind of works as like a pseudo draw, allowing us to get units when we feel like we're short-handed in units and potentially getting some big impactful units that let us finish the game. So that's why we play the Mayor. Poppy and Six, again, you're not going to see them leveling up very often. If Poppy's leveling up, either you're doing something wrong or the opponent just has a bunch of blockers, but they already lost the game anyways, even before she levels up. Obviously, we're not playing any landmarks. Six is just here because it's just an amazing kind of follower that does damage to the opponent's Nexus and whatever blocker he has. And because Poppy's now 3 power, Poppy can actually buff it. So if you do 6 and then Poppy in turn 4 and attack with Poppy, you're going to have a 4-5-6 that is going to be really, really difficult for the opponent to deal with. And of course, Poppy does Poppy things, especially when we can do wide with this board, with all the one jumps that we have, the house spiders, etc, etc. Then on the spell side of things, the period I think is a great addition for this deck compared to when this deck was last meta, because it lets you do 1 damage to the Nexus and stun a unit if you need to, or lets you kill one of the 1 health blockers and stun another blocker. The stun can be really crucial to let Poppy go through, or to be able to stun like a lifesteal unit if necessary. And then we have the regular burn that we have, so Fervor and Decimate, because we're in Eternal, and Decimate is just those Decimate things, and then Pokey Stick lets us draw and does 1 damage to the Nexus, or gets rid of an opponent unit as necessary. So really good deck, really consistent deck, as you see by the fact that it has over 62% win rate in the stats right now. So if you're looking to climb really fast through Iron, this is the way that you want to do it. In terms of strategies, you want to mulligan for those 1-drops, right? I think the best starts that you have when you really just hire the opponent is when you have like multiple 1-drops in the first 2 turns. So I'm usually looking for 3 1-drops, right? I want to go like Pigeon, Rearguard, Saboteur if I can. That's usually the best start. But even if you go like Bird and Chemist into another 1-drop, just push all those damage to those 1-drops early on, and then set up so that on turn 3 and turn 4 you're able to do Mayor, you're able to do 6, you're able to do Poppy. But early on you play all your 1-drops, and then turn 3 so you want to play your champions and your Mayor to kind of start getting some value that way. Once you do all that early damage and you continue doing all those early damage with units, you transition to the mid to late game. And when I say late game, by aggro decks I mean like turn 5, turn 6, where you can actually drop down and start doing your Decimates, your Fervors, and just burning the opponent out. So usually, again, go very low to the curve to begin with. So mulligan for this 1-drops. I really want to see this 1-drops early on. I don't want to see my burn early, so I want to mulligan my burn away and look for my 1-drop units. And some of my 2-drops from times, like Stone Stackers, can be really good in certain situations. And then transition to more like champions, and then burn to finish up. That's usually the way that you play this deck. So yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then, and you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.